the only other question I have is just, I just feel like there's other parties that are involved in this as well. And I guess if they're government agency, I guess they're immune from anything, but I don't know.
It depends. Now, it depends on the immunity. If it's a question of firefighting, then yes, I think it's 851 of the government code. They have absolute immunity for that.
Okay.
There are certain very narrow areas where you can sue governmental entities, but it's pretty difficult. And in this case, it's not something we'd recommend in general, because PG&E is going to have plenty of money for this because they can tap into AB 1054. And the last thing we would want is for a local government, particularly one that doesn't have a lot of money, to be assigned a large amount of liability, because that would mean that the victims probably aren't going to get paid. The government would just have to declare bankruptcy, and PG&E has a non-delegable duty, so that's why we like to go after them.
And it's understandable, and I think your goals are very different as well. The community up there that I hang out with and hear from is they want to go to the top and make change in the management of forest, kind of thing, which is a completely different beast than I think what your goal is with PG&E. And you talk to a lot of people and it's like, not PG&E's fault. They were just the little guy, or the Sierra Club prevented them from cutting that tree down, and blah 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 blah. I don't know all that. I don't know what the truth is, but
let me just tell you this. One thing PG&E is not is the little guy. They've got plenty of money, and they also, remember, they get a guaranteed 10% profit on everything they do, which none of the rest of us do. And with that comes the duty to do things like cutting those lines or cutting those trees. And they're the ones that chose to build their lines through those trees, and they did it because it was cheaper than going around or undergrounding. And they're entitled to make that decision. But once they harm people, they have to pay for it. And so, I completely understand that, linemen and some of the people that work for PG&E are very nice people, and no one's contending that they're not. But they spent about 2 decades putting profits in front of people, and now we're seeing the harm of that because they let the system get so bad. To their credit, they are trying to fix it now, but the problem is you can't fix 2 decades worth of neglect in 2 years, which is what they've been trying to do.